Hey everybody, Jeff Rose here from Loan Depot. I wanted to come back to you with a second video. Our video today about the little things is going to be discussing the why. And it's not the why that everybody talks about. The why that's on my mind that I think is really important, and it also seems to be a commonality between a lot of the top producers or influencers in market, is there's one thing on knowing why something's being done. There's a whole nother on believing in the why. And the why can be in our field in lending, it can be about why does a guideline exist? And you can explain the why like, hey, this is what we need. But if you actually took a step back and thought about it from the perspective of the client, we all know, if we've been in this business a long time like myself, we went through a really tough time 10 years ago. It took us a long time to get past a lot of the brand damage that was done to our industry. I'm not speaking to an individual institution right now. I'm talking about us as loan officers. There was a while that we didn't want to have our titles on our cards. You wanted to just say you were involved in sales. You didn't want to say mortgage just because it carried such a negative experience. And so we've done a lot of work as an industry to really come out of that, which is great. But some of that comes into the guidelines in which we deliver on a daily basis. Now, there is some babies with the bathwater there. There's no way to deliver for every single client. So every company out there, I think there's a reason for most of them. And it's because we all deliver in a different capacity. We deliver for our clients in need, and we pick a focus group, or we pick a majority or a population of people that we're going to be servicing, and we're going to service them better than everybody else, or at least that's the intention. And so I ask you, are you in the place where you work at an institution and your goals are in line with your company's risk tolerances and your company's risk profile of clientele? So often I find loan officers, they just stay at the company because they have a big paycheck, or they stay at a company not because they fit well, not because it was the organizational fit, or they believe in the tried and true methodologies of the way that they're doing their underwriting. It's just because that's what's comfortable in the moment, and doing transition is tough. I can promise you, I've been in this for 20 years. I have a lot of mentors that have been in this for a lot longer than that. And we do this more than we spend time with our family. So it makes sense to align ourselves with the core values and the institutions that fit the same mold. And so I bring that to you just to spark that interest, because I think there's one thing when you go to the real estate agents, you go to the influencers, you go to your friends, you go to the financial advisors, and you're explaining why their guidelines are what they are, or why you can or cannot help that client. And it's really different when you speak to that from a passionate place and a compassionate place for the company in which you work for, and the why behind some of those risk tolerances, and also for the clients that you're going to be servicing or not servicing. And you need to be able to have that conversation with them and believe in that. And instead of what we hear in the market, which is, oh, I don't do that, but the company's just really silly, and they have these bad guidelines, and I'm sorry, we just can't help you. Instead of, no, I'm really sorry you feel that way, but here is why we don't do that. And when you go through the downturn, it's not about helping this one client. It's about, hey, what did you do to my mom or my dad or my grandma or my cousin or my daughter? They didn't know any better, and you should have used your fiduciary duty, and you're licensed. You're the advisor, you're the loan advisor. We have a job to do. So I just want to make sure that you guys are empowered and you're in the right position. And it's not just you're at some place because of a paycheck. You're there because you believe in the total mission of the operation. And that's been heavy on my mind. And I also think that's a really key aspect to a lot of the top producers in market. All right, till next time, got another one for you.